These are great dogs. Look at these got their own beds. This is like bed row right here. And of course they like the foot rub. Huh, Quay? Large or small, I'm a friend to all. But I just like dogs, and I don't know how I ended up being with all these dogs, but it kind of worked out that way. Every one of these dogs was rescued from euthanasia. We pulled them from shelter. Some of them were within, 30 minutes. That's why I kept some of these. I've got 9 of mine and 4 are fosters. And I've adopted out 75 dogs. In fact, actually, it's number 75, and 75 dogs in the last 5 or 6 years now. I pulled hundreds more from shelters, and that old car out there, that old Volvo wagon, I've got 188,000 miles on it, and 50,000 of it is husky, just transporting dogs all over Texas and picking them up. When you get them out of the shelter, they change immediately. The time when that light turns on, and they become really a cool dog, and or when somebody adopts them, they find basically they say they're soulmate. Who's my soulmate? They really identify with them. Like this older couple, I had this one dog, Charisma, was found lying in the middle of the highway. But I never thought she was going to get adopted. I had her like 4 or 5 months, and then one day, I got her to go outside on the grass, and then the light turned on, and then she became a really good dog, and she got adopted by a retired couple who just loved the heck out of her, and it was a good day. But she tore her ACL too, so but she's still doing good. I mean, it's great matching them with people. That's why I do it. Each one has their own story, and Axie's story is probably one of the more amazing ones. Somebody. It all started with Lindsay. She's a Husky volunteer, and I got to know her through the Husky Rescue. I've only talked to her through Facebook and stuff, and she was talking about this nice dog that was a Husky mix there that was living on the streets, and people would, kind of shove him away, and he was having a rough go of it. He was a bag of bones, and she sent me a picture of the dog, and I'm like, this looks like a great dog. And I go, basically I just said, what can we do to save this dog? It was really a mad scramble. I mean, we only had like a week to get all the paperwork, get a kennel, and then we had to find him.
There's a Facebook group that is sort of dedicated to animal rights. I posted on there photos of Axie and asked if anybody could help, and it was really through that Facebook group that I met a lot of different people that had advice about how to get him where he needed to be. And we found a dog-friendly hostel in the capital, spent the night with him, and then had him in a foster home for a week before he flew back to the States.
I was on pins and needles. I was at a bar at midnight, and it was 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock their time, and I was having a few beers and just texting her, is he going to get on the flight? He's going to get on the flight, because they were worried too, Seeing a great picture of him being on getting loaded onto the plane in Kosovo at the airport in Pristina. He went from there to Frankfurt, and a little bit layover in Frankfurt, and then Frankfurt to Houston nonstop, which that's a long flight. So Keith picked him up and then had him for a couple of weeks over the Christmas holidays. He was temp fostering him. So he took him out to Big Bend National Park and got to see, a big expanse of Texas, and let him detox a little bit and get used to being in America.
No, it was amazing. I was telling people that because I would meet people on the trail, and they would say, "Oh, what a wonderful dog," and I'd say, "Yeah, he's a rescue from Kosovo," and they'd say, "Whoa, Kosovo, all the way from Kosovo to West."
What part of Texas is that? So I picked him up a couple weeks ago. He's here, 6,000 miles away. I'm still amazed about that. He first met the pack. It was kind of a little different first. He didn't know what was going on, and then he saw the dogs playing. He would look at them, and then he kind of wanted to play, so we kind of played with him a little bit. And then they play back, and then he realized that's pretty cool, and so now he plays with them all the time. I mean, you can really see that progression really in just a matter of hours. Anyway, Axie is a dog that I think was worth saving. It really took a village of people, people that actually care about things, care about dogs. So the change is not always immediate. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it takes a couple hours. Sometimes it takes a couple of days. Sometimes it takes a couple of weeks. Sometimes it takes a couple of months or even longer. It's when you see them relax like this for the first time, finally get a chance to be a dog again. It's really rewarding. And if I can do that, that makes it all worthwhile. Hey, buddy. Look at what a great dog is. I mean, you know. Yeah, look at that. He's just taking around on my hand. That's a street dog from Kosovo. I'm still just in shock about it. Axie, come here, buddy. I don't think he really knows his name yet. One person can't change the world, but you can change the world for that one dog. And that's what I try to do.